Hello and welcome all to Tales from the Time Traveler's Tavern. I will be your guide and navigator, Mr.E, taking you on this informative journey. Informative of what? We still don't know. But that's why I have had the good fortune to bring along with me the colorful commentary of our internet guru, my good friend Toast.
Butter is optional.
There you go. And to the other side, we have Private SNAFU.
Good day, Mr.E. Good day, Toast.
Alright, now we're going to go down a traveling line of science fiction or science fiction and all that kind of good stuff.
Stories like that. Again, one of the guys I used to work with was telling us about his grandfather who fought in World War II. His job was, he was an engineer. He was a combat engineer. Now, I can't remember which one it was. He's like, but there's a certain airfield. He knows the name. But he's like, there's an airfield where they were in the middle of a fight, where literally the one side of the island has American troops fixing the airstrip, because they're trying to take it, or take it back, I don't remember which. And the other side of the airstrip has a Japanese Corps of Engineer doing the exact same thing, where above them are, they're basically both air forces are going at each other, and in the middle, they've been consistently bombing the entire airfield. So what they do is they keep working their way up. As the Americans get closer to the middle, the Japanese get farther away. And then things change, and the Americans are have to back off, and the Japanese get closer. He's like, so for like an entire day, it was nothing but move forward and try to repair this airfield so airplanes could land.
Right.
Well, at the same time, at the other end, and you can see them, are the Japanese engineers doing the exact same thing. Now, I told the same story to someone else, and they're like, I could just see, at one point in time, fixing the airfield, look up, look at the other guy, and just go, yeah, this is really shitty, isn't it? Because it really is that moment of, oh yeah, I know what you're going through, because I'm over here doing the exact same thing.
We're backing off again. God damn it!
And it kind of is I can honestly see that, where it's that's their entire job. I mean, they're still being shot at by, troops on each side.
Right.
And they're just kind of going, fix the airfield again. I've been here 12 times!
Meanwhile, the exact same thing is happening on the other side. Shouting orders in Japanese. We're backing off again! God damn it! At some point, you realize that eventually both sides of engineers are just gonna give up and go, we'll wait till you're done fighting.
From what you said, neither one did. They just kept right on going.
Oh, no, because they can't. That's the thing, is they can't.
Well,
but they want to.
Well, the guy was even saying, when he asked when he talked to his grandfather about it, it's like they never really even thought about stopping. Because that's their job.
Right.
And it's not like I really want to stop and just wait. No, they're just going, gotta do it again. Because that's the army for you.
Yeah.
It's you just made it, someone else just broke it. Go fix it.
Yeah.
Why do it once when you can do it 3 times over?
Yeah. Because eventually that third time will hold.
And still have someone else break it for you.
Yeah.
Possibly on your own side.
Probably on your own side.
Yeah. I actually know someone who worked as a mechanic, field mechanic for the Army, where part of his job was if he couldn't fix it, break it beyond repair.
So,
in other words, destroy everything.
One of the guys, I didn't know him particularly, but I think it was a friend of my brother's. His job, and I know we're way off topic, but his job was not I don't say field testing, but basically the proving grounds. Mm-hmm. His job, he's like, literally, he would come in the morning, and they went, okay, here's the keys to number 26. Go wreck it. Because his entire job was go out, get in vehicle, see what you could do to break it, to find out the tolerance of the vehicle. And people are like, well, that's going to be a great job. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be really fun. He's like, no. He's like, do you know how many times I have broken an arm, a leg? He's like, do you know how many times I've fractured my spine? I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, I'm taking a 26-ton truck and driving it down a hole to see what it takes to break it.
Yeah.
He's like, I break first sometimes.
Yeah.
But he's like, other than that, great job.
Oh, yeah.
I like, it's a picture on one of those Ford commercials when it says military grade, and the caption under it says, if military grade impresses you, you've clearly never served.
More than that, though, chances are that's not even close to correct.
No.
Well, just because it's military grade does not mean it's what the military uses.
Right. It's not within military specs.
Yeah, mil spec is differently. Again, that's one of those ones that you really should look up the site, Mil-Spec Monkey.
Mil-Spec Monkey?
Yeah, it's a site that does like patches
Okay.
and basically embroidery. But they do it to military specifications.
Are you using the internet here?
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, don't use your own if you don't need to.
But yeah, I know one of the guys I used to work with went and brought that one up because they were doing some LARP stuff as well as some Rising games.
Rising?
Zombie Nerf.
Okay.
But because of that, they actually wanted to have unit patches for when they did like Gen Con.
Fair enough.
And the thing is when they do it, they really kind of wanted to get it right. So they were looking for stuff because they actually had a couple people with actual like surplus gear.
Uh-huh.
Well, it has the spaces for it. Like, well,
Right.
so everyone should have the right stuff.
Right.
So they went to Mil-Spec Monkey because they're like, well, where's the best place? But because they do custom embroidery,
Right.
it's custom embroidery that is the correct specification, so it actually can withstand what little they're doing to it.
Right.
Because you go other places, you can get a really nice looking patch, and then you touch something and suddenly it's all snagged and looks terrible.
It all fizzles out.
Yeah. Where he's like, the mil-spec ones. He's like, those are the ones where it's, you go and you slap it on, onto something, and it'll stick. You can brush against something, and you go, why is there a stick stuck to my arm? It's like, yeah, because it snagged a thread. Snap. Okay, move on. Some of those stories get fun.
Yeah, this is a guy who, I think I've talked about him before, but he would go to write a report for stuff he's had to destroy in the field. Commonly, a destruct field report is like 2 pages.
No.
This is what I did, this is why. Well, he would go through everything he did specifically. His COs hated reading his reports because it was, this is everything I did, this is everything that I did caused to happen here, this is why I did it, this is how it could have been avoided, and just all that stuff.
I think they probably hated this is how it could have been avoided more than the rest of it.
That was part of his job, though, is the thing, is that in his report he still had to put, how do we avoid having to destroy this equipment? Well, here's what you can do.
You could not get involved in a firefight in the middle of an airstrip.
Yeah, there's that too. But, kind of like that poor guy who had to write out the accident report for the Hindenburg. You could not cover your blimp in thermite. Effectively, that's what that thing was, is a thermite bomb.
But where's the fun in that?
Thermite filled with hydrogen.
Thinking of the Hindenburg reminds me of something.
Okay.
Yeah, the basis for it was someone was talking about the death of proper reporting.
Uh-huh.
About how you figure, like, nowadays when people give a report, it's very short, using very simple words. Like, but just think about it, Think about it like, imagine if during the Hindenburg disaster they used the phrases like we would normally use. Like today. You would get something like, dude, this thing is like totally burning right now. I mean, you have no idea. I mean, it's literally burning. As opposed to the humanity, look
right.
at the flames, the people.
That's also an interesting one. Did you know that the Empire State Building was originally constructed with the idea of docking Zeppelins onto it?
Really?
Yep. It was created as a dirigible port.
Huh.
But not a portable dirigible.
And then the Hindenburg happened, and, well, there went that idea.
The idea was still floated for a while.
Was it?
Yeah.
Floated like the Hindenburg doesn't anymore?
He selected that term specifically.
But it was still floated. It still kicked around for quite a bit. The biggest reason why they don't do dirigible is it's too slow.
Yeah.
That's it. Right now, that is the biggest thing, is it's too slow.
Commercial airlines kind of took over.
Well, you could, land helicopters, helipads on
Not
it.
on that thing. No.
Not even if you built, helipads.
Do you have any
off the
idea
side
how
and-
many lightning strikes hit that building in a year?
No.
That's what the central spire is for.
Yeah. Yeah. But you don't want to actively encourage problems with a helicopter.
As you say, unless you believe Doctor Who, and then the central spire is to help the Daleks.
Well, yeah.
I know,
saw
we're
that
nerds.
Yeah. Well, did you forget what the title of this place is? The
No,
Time
I still know he
Traveler's Tavern. When did he forget?
I didn't forget it. I mean, I was just stating that all that time travel stuff went way past me. Like,
Yeah, I was going to say, you stepped beyond the threshold already.
what was that word?
Yeah, because the threshold is now over where Pick and Save used to be, as well as over by the park.
Why'd you point that direction when it's over that way?
Because I don't know which direction's which. I have a terrible sense of direction. And I've been drinking heavily.
I don't know about heavily.
Well, these things weigh a lot.
Oh. Anyway.
They weigh roughly
I would
12
say,
ounces.
I would say, if I was
By
drinking
now
as
it
much
probably
as
weighs
he
about
would,
6.
if I was drinking as much as he is right now, my coordination would be gone. Like,
You're seated, though, so you don't got to worry.
yeah, true.
Okay, going back to food, the other answer is, however, it might just be food. Oh, good God, no. No.
How does it smell? I'm curious.
No. Oh, first off, explain what it is.
No.
Should I?
Give him a glass, I don't care.
I'd say go straight from the bottle.
I am absolving myself from all responsibility for this.
Hang on. I have provided sight of this. What you do with it after that is your own business.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now are you going to explain what it is?
So, if this is kept in, that's Jepson's Malort. Now, we looked it up. It's apparently a wormwood schnapps, which is considered a revenge shot
Yeah.
because it is considered so awful
Oh, yeah.
that people won't normally do it on their own.
Mm-hmm. I have tried
You know what?
this.
I'll double down. I will double down on this.
Go ahead. I don't care. Now, before you take another, I gotta ask. Is it a bit like drinking potpourri?
I don't know what potpourri is.
It's the smelly stuff that people put in things in order to make places smell nice.
Does it taste like Grandma's house smells?
Kind of.
Now, the funny part is, I have actually never tried this. Well, as my grandfather always said, look on.
What do you think, Mr. Toast?
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah. I tried it another time that I was here, and yeah, I'll never do that again.
You know,
He usually only takes the once. Congratulations, you're stupider than I am. SNAFU.
It's above my pay grade.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh god, like just that flavor stays.
Yeah, it never goes anywhere. It just hangs out by you. Goes, hey, remember that mistake you made about 10 seconds ago? Yeah, I'm going to stay with you the rest of the night. Here.
I would say triple down, but
Here. Trust me, it helps. I just gave him a cough drop to get rid of that god-awful taste. Did you want one? Or are you good with your alcoholic drink?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. Was I right?
yeah.
Yeah. Cough drops knock out a lot of stuff. So it ends the food segment here by saying, however, it could just be food. So it's kind of like the Sigmund Freud answer.
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Right. Someone had made the suggestion, when he, would turn arguments into, or of, these things symbolize your desire to sleep with your mother or your sister or some weird Oedipus complex thing. Eventually someone pointed out to him that he had a proclivity for smoking cigars, and couldn't that just be reminiscent of the symbolism of a phallus? And he...
Is that like saying I'm not gay, but $20 is $20?
Yes.
Kinda.
It's also kind of like saying I'm not gay, but my boyfriend is.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, they were saying, aren't you kind of sucking on a tobacco dildo there?
Well, I mean, as long as you're not like deep throating it, like...
Oh my god.
While on fire, even. Cigars are, lit.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So you're talking about deep throating a cigar. Well, it's lit, and that's why it's the.
I don't know. Some people are into pain. Like, they take the cigar and like put it up against their arm. Like,
Yes.
what?
John Hughes. Anyway,
What about John Hughes?
What was that
Breakfast
thing
Club?
No, I
Never seen the movie?
I've seen the movie. I'm trying to think. What about John Hughes?
The dude that's got a cigar burn in his arm? Because they're the one that's Dick.
Is that the one played by Judd Nelson?
Yeah.
I read, I don't know because I can't verify most of the stuff, that apparently like most of the backstory on those characters was actually come up with by each of the actors.
Really? They just were kind of given...
They were given the generalized outline of the character and then told, here, here's your generalized outline. You have to flesh out the character.
Interesting.
And then that's why, was it Bender? I think it's John Bender is his name.
Yeah.
That's why the story of like the abusive father kind of becomes a bigger thing because he plays it. Not like I'm becoming this character. He just
Literally like it was him.
Yeah,
Right.
he literally gave the character the life.
Right.
Which is why when they start coming into some of the stuff.
All right. Well, on that note of fact, validation, and verification, any other shuns we should add to that? Parting words, SNAFU?
I don't know.
Hey.
It's above my pay grade.
Okay. And toast?
I can't believe it's not butter.
All right, then. Once again, this has been your navigator and guide, Mr. E. Thank you for joining Tales from the Time Traveler's Tavern. So that's it.